got all kinds of stuff on. I apologize. I gave my jacket away. So this is good. All right, it doesn't have LSU, but it stands for good stuff, all right?
That one does.
That does too.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got one.
We good, we good. You're good, baby, you're good. All right.
Coach, obviously we talked about the Ole Miss defense being one of the best in the conference. Just how do you feel like y'all fought through that, and just how did y'all play?
I told you it would be a grind. They're all going to be a grind. And I thought that this one, she didn't shoot it like she did in South Carolina, but she always hits the big shots. You always keep shooting it, Lex. Keep shooting it, and she hits the big shot when they cut it to 5 or 7 or whatever it is. I thought Angel responded. The thing I was most pleased is she responded on the boards. You know, she responded, I thought, in the first half. Ole Miss crashed the boards. The guards went flying in there, and we needed to do a better job in the second half of not letting them crash the boards. They do. They rebound at all positions. In fact, it was pretty well. It was even on the rebounding, but it's a grind. And we got to the foul line, which is good, and we made our free throws. We didn't turn the ball over. One of the big things we showed them on the film, Coach Starkey was showing them how they're one-on-one players. You can't guard this day and age one-on-one. It's the game's too good. So you had to have everybody help. And I thought we got our hands on a lot of steals and just reaching, and you created 21 turnovers. And I thought that was a big part of the scouting report as well.
Kim, I actually wanted to ask you about giving your jacket away after the game.
I don't know who I gave it to. She just leaned over and said something, and I said, "You want it?" And she said, "Yes, ma'am." So I just gave it to her.
I actually spoke to her. She's a freshman here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not an NCAA violation, is it? Oh, Lord, if it is, we'll have to track her down.
I mean, have you ever done that before?
No, I just did that on the spur of the moment.
Kim, how concerned are you about, I mean, your other 3 starters didn't produce
Nothing
as much.
concerns me. Jim, you always look for the negative. Nothing concerns me. We won. Yes, to answer your question, you want everybody to feel good about themselves and everybody to play good. It's a grind right now. It's a grind. And those kids want to do good. They want to play. I thought Jasmine didn't play much, and then she goes in and does a few things, and then she, we won. I can't sit here and dissect everything like that because that's negative, and you can't have any negative thoughts this time of year. We're tired. Everybody's tired, and you got to fight through it because you'll get your second win here when you head into March. I promise you. I've been through this too many times. It's going to be the same way at Florida. We went there last year. Didn't we get beat there?
Yeah.
And so we understand, but in the perfect world, I want LaDeja to have more rebounds than she had tonight. I want Samaya to score more because Samaya's playing good. Poa, we need all of them, but I can't focus on anything negative and have any negative thoughts other than everybody in that locker room be happy.
Angel, how did you feel generally about how this game went? It looked difficult for most of the team at times, and could you just kind of talk us through your mindset, especially down the stretch when you were getting a lot of offensive boards and putbacks, and the one where they knocked you down and you pounded the floor?
Just doing whatever it takes to win. I know last game I didn't help my team win, and mentally it was tough on me for the past 2 days, so I knew coming out tonight my team needed me, and it was just about how I was going to respond tonight, and I felt like I responded well and did what I could to get the win. I played 40 minutes tonight. I don't know if I look tired, but I was doing everything I could do to win, and I just wanted to bounce back from last game because I feel like I let my team down.
Coach, how did the Cal Ripken Jr. thing come about? He was speaking to the baseball team today, and then he came over here? Or?
Yeah, it was cute. Before the game, I asked them if they knew who Cal Ripken Jr. was. And I was sure hoping Angel would come through for me.
Yes.
Because she's from Baltimore. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So anyway, I was told by an assistant coach that Jenny Finch is here. I just took a picture with her, one of the greatest college and USA pitchers ever. She lives in Sulphur, and just had a great conversation with her. And then Cal Ripken Jr., of course, I visited with him, with Kramer and his wife, who's a judge, and just saying, so everybody can hear it, his daughter's interested in the vet school here. So they'll be checking out the vet school tomorrow. So I might learn a little thing or two and meet them over there. Talk baseball. It was baseball talk. I love talking sports. The first time I've ever met him, I think, is Roach with the Saints. He was here. So listen, that's awesome. That's women's basketball, that you have these premier male athletes attending. So that's respect, and I respect them for that.
Hey, Coach. What exactly does tonight's win tell you about this group, this team?
I think we're guaranteed a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament. Is that a correct statement? But that is not our goal. Our goal is to finish second in this league. And
What exactly does tonight's win tell you about this group, this team?
I think we're guaranteed a top 4 seed in the SEC tournament. Is that a correct statement? But that is not our goal. Our goal is to finish second in this league. And we'd love to have been champions. The only way we're going to be champions is if somebody beats South Carolina. What did your question was what now? What does it tell you about this group moving forward, coming off the loss? They're going to grind. They're going to grind, and they're gonna have moments where it's frustrating. They're going to get frustrated at each other. I'm going to get frustrated at them. It's that time of the year, and that's why you can never have a negative thought when you go to practice this time of year. You teach them, and you ask them, how do you step out of bounds, Jazz? How you go in there, Poe, and turn that ball over, so that they're aware of it. But they will get through that. They will get through that.
Yeah, Lex, what have the past few days been like for y'all just after the South Carolina game, coming together as a team and knowing that y'all have obviously a lot of tough games ahead?
We don't change what we do because we lost. We do the same thing, go in practice. It's all about the response. Like Coach been telling us all week, it's all about the response. Like they gave us their best shot. They haven't seen our best shot yet, which actually, we gotta kind of like gauge of like how good we are. So it'll be interesting when we see them again down the road.
Angel, I know, you said you wish you'd played better in the last game, and obviously you played much better tonight. Had the double-double streak become burdensome at all, or were you in any way glad to see it end and that you can start over again?
Of course I wouldn't be glad it ended, but it doesn't really get to me about that stuff. It's bigger than that. I want to win, so obviously it wasn't enough last game for us to win, so I just come out and do whatever I can. I mean, double-doubles and stuff, whatever comes, but at the end of the day, I just want to win.
What was talking about people being here, what did Patrick just ask me on the radio about something with Cornelia Gayden? Go ask him. Cornelia Gayden, if y'all don't remember her, Scott and Jim may be the only ones that remember Cornelia. He said something, you might ask him, and he said the last person to do that was Cornelia Gayden, and he was referring to something about. Was it? I don't know what it was, but I didn't. I just said, well, ironically, Cornelia's right there with her little team wanting me to take a picture. So she was here tonight, and for him to acknowledge that, and I don't know what it is he was acknowledging. I just know he said her name. Is it still raining? Good crowd for a rainy night, Thursday, late. What time is it?
I'm on a scooter.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
I know the the goal is to win the SEC tournament championship, but to be able to get the double bye is how positive is that? Coach Yo talked about how it's not necessarily something that they really talk about. If she kind of wants her team to play, is it important for you guys to kind of get those 2 days off?
Well, we got to finish in the top and get the bye last year and didn't do any good. We lost right out of the gates. Let me say this. Conference regular season is the most important. I used to say this, and when we get really, really, really good, I wish you could skip conference tournaments if it wouldn't affect your seeding in the NCAA tournament. I've always said conference tournaments are for those that are on the bubble and for Cinderella people. Conference tournament, does it really help you if you're really up here? I don't know. Sometimes it just hurts you. So I've always had mixed feelings about conference tournaments. I know the conference doesn't want me to say that because it's all about the dollar. But you sometimes wish you could just skip the conference tournaments, sit tight, and see where the NCAA seeds you.
We have time for a couple more questions.
Coach, since we won't talk to you again, just your thoughts on going to Florida, and obviously March Madness is what you're worried about, but I don't know if an LSU team's ever gone through a regular season with just one loss, which you might have a chance to do.
Well, I'm glad you said that. They needed to hear that because I'm just like them. I didn't know that. Had so many great teams here, Final Four teams. We do want to win these last four. We do want to finish right there underneath South Carolina. And that's our goal. Our goal is to win the last ones. We've got one more remaining game at home, and we've got 2 on the road. And we're going to just keep plugging away.
Finish with Scott.
Don't you think if you could finish second in the regular season at worst, and then win the SEC tournament, that might give you a chance to be on the 1 seed?
The answer to that is no.
You don't think so?
I do not.
Okay.
I've said this numerous times. Net, to me, always seems to be important, right? But obviously our non-conference strength of schedule kept us from being on the 1 line because the 1 was on the 1 line, the 2 was on the 1 line, the 4 was on the 1 line, and the 3 was skipped over and put on the 2 line. Had we beaten South Carolina, do I really think they would have all of a sudden put us on the 1 line? Heavens, no. So I'm over all that. I told you all that. I got over that years ago. So the answer is no. Our goal is to get a 1st and 2nd round game here, if that's a 2 seed, 3 seed, whatever it is. We had a 3 seed last year, didn't we? So maybe our goal needs to be we want to get a 2 seed. But no, I don't think it would affect anything because South Carolina is that good. And people will go, well, you know, they're entitled to an off game. I don't see anybody beating them, not the way they played against us. But no, I don't, Scott. I don't. But I'm not on the committee. That's just my opinion. Yeah. Yeah. South, you know, how many games has UConn lost? After they lost to South Carolina, did they lose to an unranked team? Mm-hmm. Right. They're going to stay at a 1 seed. I don't invest in it. You're asking me my opinion, and what do I know? I'm too invested in this team to worry about what other people think. But obviously the non-conference strength of schedule has become a topic that's keeping our net from looking as good.
Alexis, you only had 11 turnovers tonight. With how prominent that was early in conference, do you feel like y'all are starting to take better care of the ball?
Yeah, it's something that we put emphasis on. Taking care of the ball. I feel like any team should want to take care of the ball, not take care of taking care of the ball. That's key to winning games. We had a few crucial turnovers in the 4th quarter, and that's on me. Coach Mulkey was telling me to go get the ball, go demand the ball, and I got to do a better job at that. But yeah,
We had 2 critical ones when we went up 11.
yeah,
2 times we went up 11 and had 2
Yeah.
critical turnovers. It's the timing of them.
yeah.
Even though it was, a few, 11, we had 2 critical ones. And, yeah, we won, guys. Y'all have a good evening.